So report on WG06KZM. We're doing a supercharger service today. So we've taken the crash bar off and the bumper. Your air condenser is not in brilliant condition. The other thing to mention, there's no gas in your aircon. So these are the fill points there and there. And if you, yeah, that's empty. So we can regas it if you want at the end, but it does mean I don't have to drain it. So I'm now going to remove the radiator and the aircon condenser. Right, so now we've got the radiator and aircon condenser off your car. There's a lot of old oil build-up on here. This is grit and oil. This is a sensor, so there's a seal on that. We'll change that. We'll seal that, give this a clean off. There's also quite a lot of oil around the underside of the engine as well. So if I look on there, a lot of oil. I'd say, hard to see, I'd say it's on the oil filter cooler. There's a filter housing and the oil cooler, lots of oil around there and underneath. In fact, you've got quite a dirty engine, I'd say. So I've taken the auxiliary belt off and started taking this supercharger off. Now you've got a sheared bolt down there, and that whole thing was loose, so I've tightened that up, but it's been off before. This air intake is seen better days, so that needs replacing. The other thing is, these are Jubilee clips on this pipe, which tells me this has been off before. So the chances are you've had a supercharger service at some point. Not recently, by the looks of these, because they're not very new, but I would say these have definitely been off. The supercharger's off now. There's the supercharger. And you see, that's the water input to the engine, or supply to the water pump. With lots of oil and a lot of old oil down here. We'll clean this up and we'll reseal this. This is where your dipstick goes in. There's a seal around there. We'll give it a good clean. So I've given this area a good clean, so now it's all not bad. I've resealed this. This is your camshaft sensor, crankshaft sensor, beg your pardon. That's all been resealed, and I'll reseal this when I put the dipstick back in. But I've noticed on cleaning, this is sealant. So the sump's been off and been sealed before. So it's had work before. Right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to drain the oil out of your supercharger. So there's a hex key on the top here. This is the pulley end. Let's remove this. And what I want to do is to see how much oil comes out and what colour the oil is. So, right, so we're going to invert this now. There should be about 140 ml of oil in there. And it doesn't look like, to me, we're going to get anything like that. Stop. So this is what we've managed to get out of your supercharger from the pulley end. And this is what's going to go in. We need 140 ml of this. So I'm going to be drawing into this syringe and squirting it in very carefully. First, that's 50 ml. Okay, so that's the oil change on your supercharger end, the pulley end. So I'll seal it up and then we'll drain the other end. So on the water pump end, the plug is quite difficult to get to, and and this end just lubricates the water pump bearings. So I've switched to a switch tool to get this off with a more smaller tool to actually get the plug out. So it's a bit tight. I expect this to be cleaner, and there's only 40 ml in there to start with. Let's see what we get. Nothing. This is the oil going in, 40 ml into the water pump end. And that's the supercharger service. And now all is left is I've got to put it back together. Supercharger's back in and everything is tidy and clean. Certainly a lot cleaner than it was. That's been resealed. The dipstick thing has been resealed. Cleaned all this off. There's still a lot of oil down the back though, which I can't really do that today, but just make you aware there's a lot of oil down the back of the engine. So supercharger's back on, all this intercooler's back together, throttle body's back on, so we're all good to go. We're going to put the front of the car back on. Now, we've just swapped out this ballast resistor which sits in there. As you can see, this one has gone. This ballast resistor basically gives a ballast for the fan. So if that goes, the fan doesn't run cutting properly. There's the new one. So basically we've snipped the wires and put these in, and that goes under there. You can just see the wires there. So that's now done. So that's pretty much it now. I've got to re-gas the aircon and just put the wheel arch liners back in, or connect them anyway. A number of these were missing or broken, and so these are the old ones. I will replace the broken ones with, like this one here. We'll pop that out and put a proper one in. But that's it for today. Thank you.